So, today, me and Eric just realized that we both really didn't watch anime because we're both out of town. So we're gonna break down Eric's weekend. He went to the Vegas, and we're gonna talk a little bit about the anime show Monster, which I think I just started watching. And holy crap, if there's ever been an anime that could easily be adapted into something phenomenal, it's that one. So let's break it down. Welcome to the newest episode of SDW.
Super Dario World!
Alright, let's go. So, Ollie88, hi, how's it going? Mob Nasty, much love, homie. Chuck Nulick, damn, I was catching up on the Notre Dame show. What do you mean what do you mean, underrated gems? I don't know. Div Martinez, let's go. So, let's get started. Hope you guys are ready. Eric, thank you for joining me. Are you there? Are you there? You good?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, I can hear you. It was really weird. Let's get,
I wasn't talking.
I know, it was, I told you not to talk. It's really weird. I need some sleep. I'm exhausted.
It's so weird. You weren't talking when you told me not to talk.
Shut up. Well, what the hell are you doing, man? Who the hell do you think you are?
Why you listen to me?
Before we get started, let me just give you a quick reminder that like this video, share this video, subscribe to this channel. It really helps me out. Send me comments, questions, suggestions. You can do that on Instagram at SuperDarioWorld and at DarioSDW. Chuck Nellick, I just rewatched Monster, but got mad at Netflix and canceled it. Monster is on Netflix. That's where I'm watching it. But all right, listen.
Monster's also on YouTube if you want to watch it there.
Yeah, do it. Yeah, what's the big deal? It's no problem. But let's get into it. Let's talk about your weekend a little bit. You had a fun weekend, right? You were out in the desert.
I went to the Vegas.
The Vegas. How was it? Did you win?
It was
fun. Did you lose? Did you almost die this time again?
No, luckily. When I was driving back, I was like, I may have lost gambling and all that stuff, but at least I'm feeling all right.
Yeah, at least you didn't almost die this time, right? Yeah, I consider that a win. I consider that a serious win.
Yeah. I made it an extra point to I'll always drink water even when I don't want it and stuff like that.
There you go.
I want no shenanigans this time. But yeah, we went to meet up with some online friends because Final Fantasy 14 Fan Fest was going on.
Mm-hmm.
And
for those of you who don't know, Final Fantasy 14 is the MMO, right?
Yeah, it's an online, massively multiplayer online role-playing game.
And Eric's really into it. How many hours do you think you have in there? 100, 200, 300, 400?
About 400 probably.
Because I remember during the pandemic, you would just not stop. You would not stop.
What the fuck else was I gonna do? It was like I was playing all of the Final Fantasies in order up until then, and then the pandemic started, and my buddies were like, "Hey, we're gonna start playing like Final Fantasy 14," and I'm like, "Oh man," but I'm playing all of them in order. But I'm like, you know what? If I'm ever gonna have the time to play the MMO,
yeah,
it's now.
Yeah, and so yeah, you kind of like
it kind of sucked away my life.
All right, so you went to the Vegas, fun times. Did you go party or not? Because you've never really been a partier.
I would say a halfway party. So we didn't go to like clubs or nothing, but we went out some bars, had a good time.
The strip?
Mostly activities, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I did an escape room, which I'd never done before.
Oh, really? What was the theme?
It was it's like it's secret agents, so we gotta find this guy who's like he's a no good son of a bitch. but it turns out he's like a puzzle master guy, and he like trapped us. Now he's gonna release this poison.
You got sawed.
Man, I don't need more poison in the Vegas. You gotta solve his puzzles. Really, really, really cool.
Cool. Yeah, I've only ever done one, I think, here in San Diego. It was a Harry Potter themed one, so you needed Harry Potter knowledge in order to beat it. It was actually pretty fun. Escape rooms they can be a lot of fun. And so, all right.
Apparently, there's some that are there's one that's Saw themed.
Oh, that sounds fun. That sounds fun. Yeah. Did any of your buddies go to the convention or to the festival?
Yeah. So one of our buddies actually did get the tickets. They sort of gave him as like a lottery.
Okay.
And I actually did manage to get a ticket, but the problem is I haven't actually played the last expansion of Final Fantasy because I just got really busy this year. So it was like I didn't have time to play it anymore. And I was like, you know what? Some of these guys, they've flown. This guy flew from Scotland, man. Like, all right, and he's played all of that. So it's like, all right, you can have my ticket. It's fine. I'll just enjoy the Vegas.
You enjoy the Vegas. By the way,
Enjoy the Vegas.
Gus Becerra says you look like Franco Scamilla. Do you know who that is?
I do not.
I found an image so you can see,
see.
right there. You look like that guy. Let me put it big. There you go. He says you look like that guy.
I like that. That man's looking sharp.
Yeah, right. Fancy. He's a fancy boy. All right, so cool.
Yeah, but in the convention, they basically, I feel like I didn't miss out on too much. I think I enjoyed more, going to different places. We went to this awesome VR thing, which it was like $50, and I was like, I don't know, this feels a little too expensive, for VR.
Mm-hmm.
And have you done like a VR game before?
I have. Well, no, not a game. No, I've never actually played a video game that's in VR, or at least not.
Okay,
maybe like a Star Wars thing.
Well, yeah. I think David Buster's probably.
Yeah, that one.
But the thing is, you're like kind of limited to a spot, right? So you just sort of move around, and you're, where you are, and you're not walking around.
Oh, Gus Becerra says he's a comedian. He's Mexico's Fluffy. The comedian Fluffy? I forget his name. All right, there you go. So anyway, continue. In case you were wondering who the hell that guy is.
So yeah, in this one, it was like a zombie survival kind of thing, and they actually gave us like a gun, and they put like a bunch of gear on us, and we're like walking around and physically walking around this virtual world, like shooting zombies, and it's like, holy dog shit, this is like fucking immersive as fuck.
Okay, so it's
and
not
you
like
could, like teabag and stuff, which is fun.
Chuck D18 says, "What's up?" So it's like an enhanced reality thing?
And no, basically it is like a regular VR thing, but you're walking around like physically. So it's like a big warehouse. It's an area called Area 15.
Okay.
In Vegas, which is like a huge fucking like mall kind of warehouse, like activity center.
Mm-hmm.
But it's all like futuristic themed, kind of interesting. And yeah, that was really cool. We also went to this place called Omega Mart.
Okay.
And I don't know if you've heard about it.
No, but it sounds.
Me neither.
But I like the name. It's a good name. I'll give it that.
Well, I signed up for it, and they were like, "Yeah, it's gonna be like $60," and I'm like, "Okay, so what is it?" And they're like, "It's a store," and I'm like, "Like a shopping store?"
See, you didn't even know what it was. I've never heard of a store that you need to sign up for. That's really bizarre.
Yeah, what do I need a ticket for a store? And they're like, just buy it. It'll be cool. And I'm like, fuck it. I don't want to research shit. It was like when we went to Europe. It was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll just do whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so apparently this place is, it's, it's like a giant puzzle world.
Okay.
So you go into like what looks like a regular store, but it turns out like all of the things that are there are fake.
Okay.
And it's kind of like, it's very bizarre because the employees there are like acting like, robots. And they all of a sudden, the screens go like, like someone's hacking into the system.
Okay.
And there's like, you're being mind controlled by, this evil the Omega Corporation, you gotta like bring them down and stuff. And it's like sort of shit like that. And you're like, all right, I can fuck with this.
Okay. I'm seeing some pictures here. Let me see. I'll put them up on the screen. But is it this one?
Let's see. That's the one. Yeah.
All right.
So it looks just like a regular store.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of. Like
products you don't recognize, really.
Because they're not actual products.
Okay.
They're like fake.
Uh-huh.
And let's say like behind like let's say you go up to that refrigerator over there.
Okay.
And you open the door. Turns out it's not a refrigerator. It's like a pathway.
Like this.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like a speakeasy.
What? No.
I don't know what that is.
Basically an augmented reality adventure.
Okay.
So there's like a storyline going on, and there's like yeah.
Oh wow.
And there's like this whole back area, and there's like aliens and lore, and you got to finish a quest.
That sounds like a kick-ass store, to be honest. Seriously, that
Dude,
looks
and
fun as hell.
yeah, the fun thing is I didn't know jack shit about it, and I think that was cooler that way because I just
you,
went in here like,
you were just confused, like, why am I buying tickets to a store? Why are all these products? Why can't I eat anything? What's going on?
yeah, and it was like I had a huge, like we're not in Kansas anymore moment.
Yeah, definitely.
And I was the whole time I was thinking is like, holy shit! Imagine if you just brought a buddy who was high and he didn't know jack shit about it. He would think he's on the fucking Truman Show.
True. Yes.
Yeah, and it's like it'd be the most freaky, like surreal.
Dude,
shit,
that sounds like that sounds like a phenomenal prank. I have to pull it on somebody. It sounds great.
It would be a good one. And yeah, it's like the whole game takes about. It says it takes about 4 hours to complete if you want to complete everything. But I mean, it was like we were a group of gamers. We finished it in 2 hours.
All right, there you go. You showed them, losers. You're not normies. By the way, Gus Becerra says, so is it like Universal Studios Horror Nights? I'm assuming not, because it's not supposed to be horror, right?
And no, not horror specifically. It's more that initial like what the fuck kind of thing.
And he's
more like the X-Files kind of thing.
Gotcha. All right.
Where
So
it's not really horror, but the sort of there's this sort of mystery going on. That you're like, what's going on here? Am I gonna die?
Yeah. Well, I think I gotta take my organs. So he's also asking, wait, so newest Final Fantasy game, is it good? I've been wanting to go back since X2. I've played the latest Final Fantasy. It's 16, I believe.
Yeah. Did you mean 12 or 10-2?
It says X-2.
Okay.
So like X-Men 2, X-Men United. That's how it would look like. But
so you played the sequel to 10, not 12.
Yeah. And so I played the latest. I believe we already talked about this. The latest Final Fantasy. It's not great. It's the gameplay, at least story-wise, was meh. It's okay. But gameplay-wise, basically all you have to do is just mash one button and you're gonna win every single fight. You dodge a few times, you're gonna. There's no.
Play it in story mode.
What?
I've heard like on actual difficulties, it's pretty good.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it in story mode. I'm doing it like in normal gameplay, and so it's just it. At least I haven't encountered that. And my biggest complaint is that there's no art to defeating any enemy. All you have to do is just bash the attack button every single time, and just not get hit.
I've heard in harder difficulty, it's like more in depth.
Maybe, but there's no strategy to beating any villain. At least, again, so far, it's just block at the right time, dodge at the right time. There's no art to it, and so it was disappointing. And you can only use one character. You can't switch around characters like in other Final Fantasies, which is again part of the strategy. So I don't know. I didn't love it. I didn't love it.
I mean, it was that way in 15.
Yeah. Well, that again, I didn't love it. So. Let's move on to a little bit of news.
I want to play it once it comes to PC, but I haven't gotten a PS5, so.
There you go, loser. So I got a bit of news for you. So this is for the Netflix version of.
Also, they announced the next expansion for Final Fantasy 14. Just
All right. So
apparently it's based on the New World, so like Mesoamerica.
Okay, that could be interesting. All right, so we got some news here for the newest One Piece adaptation, the Netflix version. And I'll just read you the little bit here. One Piece creator Eiichiro Oda had Netflix reshoot some scenes that did not meet his expectations. Netflix is gearing up for another ambitious project, the One Piece live action series, blah, blah, blah. Basically, the creator is forcing them to redo a bunch of stuff for the live action.
Oda's based as fuck, man.
Because, quote unquote, they weren't good enough. So,
what? I don't believe it.
Does that make you be a little bit more comfortable about the show that's about to come out? Are you a little bit more excited now that you know that Oda's putting his foot down on stuff? Or is this kind of one of those things where you're like, man, there's no way to save it, and the creator's just trying to make it clear beforehand that he did not like the quality of the stuff?
Well, to me, here's the thing. What do I have to gain from this show? Like, is this gonna change my perspective on, One Piece? No.
Mm-hmm.
Is this gonna be like a brand new story? No. Uh, so I'm I'm not particularly upset about anything. I'm kind of curious to see it, just because it's live action One Piece. That just sounds like I'll
Stupid.
at least laugh at it.
Sure. I mean,
Um,
and the creator is involved. That's the
True.
big difference from other stuff. The creator is actively involved in this.
Yeah, I think the purpose of this is mainly as a promotional tool for making One Piece more of an international thing, getting people into the franchise, and then that way they'll I like the Netflix adaptation. I'll just watch the anime. What the
Hmm.
fuck? It's 1,000 episodes.
It is really difficult. It is too much. I've considered, I'll watch an episode, 2 episodes a day. It's still a 2-3 year commitment. It's too much. It's too freaking
That's why I say,
much.
just watch as much as you want to watch.
I
Like a lot
guess.
of people are like, oh man, like I have to get through all this. Like, bitch, if you're not liking it, just don't watch it.
I guess. But
Like
what if
I watched it. I watched the anime
Hmm.
when I was in high school.
Okay.
So I was like, all right, I just got back home from school, and I would watch I don't know, like 5 episodes or something. And maybe after those 5 episodes, I was like, I'm like not really feeling it right now, so I just stopped. And sometimes they'd be like, oh, this arc is really good, and so I'd watch like 20 fucking episodes in a row.
Hmm.
It's that sort of stuff where it's like there's ebbs and flows. This story's been told for like over 20 fucking years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Gonna have its ups and downs, but it's literally about the journey.
Yeah. I guess.
Don't be watching it constantly expecting like, oh, I need this plot to continue, move forward. It's a lot of world building. It's a lot of enjoying the character interactions and what is being done with the fights and all that. But
So shut up and enjoy it, you loser.
just enjoy the journey, and if you don't enjoy it, just don't fucking watch it.
Fair enough. All right, so let's talk. Let's update a little bit on the animes that we're watching. Are you watching Masamune-kun's Revenge? Or
No, I'm watching you watch it.
Okay, dude, I hate you. Every single time I watch something about this show, I remember how much I hate you. Because it's really fun. I'm enjoying it. It's fun. It's exactly my kind of stupid. And the whole time I'm like, no, do not let yourself be fooled.
Don't let your guard down,
or maybe it's like, was Eric messing with me? Is he this big of an idiot? Did he know that I would love it? And so he's like, fuck that guy. He's not gonna enjoy shit.
Is it like when we watched Snafu and at the end I let everybody know that actually the best girl was the teacher?
Oh yeah. Well, that's just based. But man, we're at the point at the anime where certain things have been revealed. Like you can guess what the things are, but it's at a point where you're like, okay, this is fun. I'm enjoying this. It's going in a direction that I enjoy. It's silly. I don't see how they could fuck it up at this point. And so that just keeps making me more and more nervous. Because there's a few things where I'm like, okay, they could go off the rails here, they could go off the rails here, they could go off the rails here. But they don't take those directions. They don't take what?
How do you think it could go off the rails?
Well, there's many ways it could go off the rails. But I'm not gonna ruin for anybody because I'm enjoying it. So point is, I'm watching it, and it sucks. Ollie88 says, oh, hey to Chucky D. All right, so they're talking between each other. There you go. Next, Jujutsu Kaisen. Have you watched the latest episode?
Wild.
Yeah, the last couple of episodes were kind of wild. I believe they finished that particular arc. So it has like 2 names for some reason. Hidden inventories, and the other one's like premature death, or something like that. So
Yeah.
so we're done with hidden inventories, and again we go into the issue of this show. First off, it's too freaking fast. Like the whole thing of we're just suddenly in Okinawa and we've already rescued the maid. It was from one second to the next. Like what the hell's going on? I'm very confused. The show's pacing is extremely fast. They skip a lot of things, and again, we
have to get to the skip to the fights so that they can explain to us how the fuck Gojo's abilities work.
Yeah, apparently, and how bullshit it is, but
it is cool.
But it's one of those things where I just kept thinking, why is this a prequel? Like,
I'm still confused as to why this is what we're watching now.
Yeah, because first off, we're not scared at all of anything happening to Gojo here, because we've seen what happens afterwards, so we kind of know what happens.
Well, have we?
I don't know. I'm very confused now. Listen, every single thing that comes out of Jujutsu Kaisen is more and more confusing. You think it clears stuff up, it doesn't. And now we know that Dio is apparently the father of the other guy. Okay, you could have very easily shown that in another way. I'm very confused.
Was so fucking badass.
Yeah, but it's also kind of like bullshit. Like, the problem is that there's too much bullshit going around. It's like, I need this to happen at this point.
Literally Kiritsugu from Fate Zero.
Yeah,
He's
pretty
a
much.
Hunter. I love it when they kill those nerds.
Why? Why do you hate those?
I don't know. I just love the trope of the mage hunter. He's like, it's like how I hate the elves, you know? Where it's like, it's this irrational hatred that I have in my heart.
Why do you hate the elves?
I just do.
All right, fair enough. Isn't your character in Final Fantasy an elf?
No.
What
it's a dragon lady.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm the idiot. Excuse me.
Fucking guy. Look at this fucking guy. I have an elf.
This fucking loser. All right, but yeah. I like the mage hunters. I like that trope. I like those characters. So
and I like how they explain how he has, kind of powers, which is basically he has a pact with a cursed thing.
And I honestly, I also forgot that they explain powers in order for their powers to get more powerful.
I love that.
I love
that. It's gold. It's gold, Jerry.
Yeah. So the animation's fun. The fights are fun.
I also like how the other guy, he's like, hey, I know you're trying to explain your power so that it's more stronger. So stop it.
Stop it. Stop it, you. It's like, then why'd you let him talk this whole time, you idiot? He's like, because I wanted to know how.
Attack him, but he kept dodging.
Yeah, I wanted to know how his power worked. But again, the animation's fun. The characters are cool. Did you catch the Digimon reference? That was great. The school Greymon. It's good. We don't. Basically, when they're saying why Tenjin has to change bodies, and they're like, "Oh, so you mean that?"
When he said it's like, we don't want him to become
Skull Greymon. We want him to become Metal Greymon.
We want him to become Metal Greymon.
Yeah, I was like, "Ah, man, no wonder we love Gojo." But the problem with this show is the story. It's just a fucking mess. It's a mess.
The action is top fucking notch.
I know, like they put a lot of money into it, and it looks really cool. But what the fuck is this show? Why are we watching it? What's happening? I don't get it. What is this building up towards? I haven't really seen much. I don't get it.
We're waiting for the heel turn of the friend who we
guess.
saw die in the movie.
Yeah.
But we see him be alive in the first season.
Yeah, it's really confusing.
That's what I'm saying. It's like maybe Gojo is dead.
Maybe.
I don't know. It feels like people are gonna be swapping bodies or shit. I don't know.
Dude, I don't understand it whatsoever. Not even a little bit. But
and clearly we've seen abilities get pretty fucking wild in this franchise. So I don't know. Maybe there's like way stronger abilities than the fucking Limitless or shit. I don't know.
There's something stronger than Limitless. Literally no limits.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Have you not seen JoJo? This seems like a strange concept to you.
Yeah, listen, I don't watch JoJo. You know this.
Have you heard about the flow of causality? Damn it.
All right, so what are you expecting now that this arc is over? It has to be the heel turn, right?
Yeah. So it was a.
Which is really weird because it feels like Gojo's the one that took the heel turn at the end of this episode. He was like, "Hey, you want to kill all these people? I don't care."
Maybe. So is the idea that maybe Gojo was the one who made him go heel?
I guess, because
also when we say heel, we mean like turning into a bad guy.
Yeah, because in the first episode, Gojo's the one who's saying like the strong should only care about the strong, blah blah, which is what the friend says in the movie, right?
Yeah, the friend is the one being Mr. Morality here.
Yeah, and at the beginning of the so they switch places somehow. I don't know. Like I said, the thing that I keep saying about this freaking show is I'm very confused. I don't understand it. I'm seeing cool stuff, but I just don't get the point. I don't understand it. Can we just go to the next phase of the story? Can we go forward? Just
Yeah. Also, I didn't care about the blue hair chick. Really?
The girl, we're taking the who was going to be the new vessel or something.
I think her name was.
Uh-huh.
I didn't care about her.
It's really weird. It's really weird. Literally,
and...
one shot you're seeing her be like, "Oh no, they kidnapped my maid." The next shot, she's in Okinawa playing in the water with Gojo. Like, what the fuck's going on? Again, they just skip a whole bunch of stuff. I don't understand. I don't understand who wrote this or why'd they go to Okinawa. I don't get it. It's really weird. But you know.
I think the idea was because they wanted to be as far away as possible, so that fewest. So the idea is this.
I think they went to Okinawa
let's call him Dio because I don't actually know his name.
No, but I think they went to Okinawa to rescue the maid. They took her to Okinawa, and I think the purpose of taking her to Okinawa was that Gojo would be, having to be alert.
Tire out Gojo.
Yeah, they want to tire out Gojo. If your point is to tire out a character, you should drag that on a few episodes. They should actually, so the audience even kind of starts feeling a bit tired. So this could have been all a build up to one epic fight, but they.
The fight was epic.
Yeah, but no, they cut it into like 3 fights, which is weird.
Well, you had to have the one where So let's go into full spoilers. So you had to have the one where Gojo loses, and it seems like he's killed.
Yeah.
And then.
Which again, it's bullshit.
Friend.
It's freaking bullshit.
What?
That they. Didn't this guy ever, watch Zombieland? You need to double tap. I hate it when they don't double tap. But
well, the thing is, I don't think the mission was actually to kill him. The mission, he succeeded on his mission. It was to kill the chick. The other two was just like, well, you're in the way.
I think he wanted to kill him.
Well, at the end, in the second fight, when he sees that he's still alive and he sees that, he kind of gets like, it's that, hubris thing where it's like, man, now I really kind of want to kill you.
I guess. I don't know. It sounded like from the beginning that he actually kind of wanted to kill him. Because I guess he didn't see any other way other than killing him. Because the whole plan, apparently, it's a setup just so that he could kill Gojo. Because
I mean, to be fair, did you see how much he fucking chopped him up? It was like...
Again,
it's reasonable to assume he might be dead.
So again, it was bullshit, and it's really annoying. It just I hate it when they do that. It's like, oh well, turns out he's actually not dead because of bullshit. Like, come on.
Gojo explained it that it was basically like he altered the cursed energy, like he reversed it so that it was like basically putting a needle through a knit sweater.
Yeah.
So it's like,
bullshit.
I don't mind it.
It's bullshit.
It's a shonen anime.
It's
Who
bullshit.
gives a shit?
It's bullshit. But anyway.
But you wanted a fucking what were the fucking seeds from Dragon Ball?
That actually at least makes sense. It's consistent. It heals you. The Setsu beans?
Senzu beans.
Yeah, Senzu beans.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are they're consistent. You eat them, they heal you. There you go. Consistent.
Well, I mean, this one he didn't heal. He just defended.
No, he healed himself.
No, he said you can't heal yourself with cursed energy or something.
Well, I don't know. The point is, afterwards he looked fine. Let's move on to an actual good anime, Psalm 100. You saw the latest episode?
This shit's so fun,
dude. I love this show so much. I want to just rewatch it again. Yeah, I want it to be done so I can just rewatch it all in one sitting. It's phenomenally stupid. I was laughing out loud. I can't remember the last time I was just like, it's great. It's phenomenal. And
dude, when he starts fucking killing the tequila, I was dying.
Dude, I was like, don't do that to yourself. But all right, just go, Akira. You can do it. It's phenomenal. It's great.
Akira?
What?
Akira is lovably pathetic. Like, he's a lovably pathetic guy.
All right.
Where it's like, like he keeps trying to, hit on these chicks, but he's like, I don't know how to hit on chicks. I've only worked, and I was too focused in school.
And I did too much rugby.
Maybe Keicho can help me out. And then he turns, and Keicho is already getting out with the girl.
Yeah.
Damn it, Keicho, don't go solo on me.
Oh, dude. I wouldn't say he's pathetic. I'd say he's just, kind of innocent. He's just innocent.
Unlucky.
What?
He's
Unlucky.
unlucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unlucky. And dude, I'm very impressed at how they made you care for those thoughts. It's like, oh man, I expected them to be fodder, like, oh, they're just there for one episode. You're not gonna give a fuck, but you actually care. You actually care about him. And you're like, no, don't kill her off. She was a nice lady.
And when Akira's throwing up, and he's like, oh man, she really cares. He's like, hey, you remember when you asked if I have a boyfriend? Well, I do, and I hope we meet together. Like, damn it. Dude, when his face starts warping, when he's like, of course you wouldn't fall for the tequila killing guy.
Yeah.
I was dying.
The tears falling into the toilet. It's great. Dude, there's so many great things about this show, and the most important one is that you can tell that whoever wrote it was having a bunch of fun doing it. He was just having straight up fun. Like, we'll be stupid here. Let's add this. Let's just add this because it's cool.
I'm just so amazed at how he manages to keep like the tone, feeling organic.
Well,
when, it has a lot of comedy.
Well, the music helps out a lot. And you know what this show made me realize? I missed main characters wearing goggles.
It's a cool trope, isn't it?
It's fun.
Something about it.
I don't know what it is.
On and it's determination.
Yeah, it's like, all right, clearly this is serious time. Let's go. And so it doesn't take itself seriously. And if it keeps going in this direction, anime of the year, right? Easily, because
so
the music is phenomenal. The characters are extremely likable. The plot's fun. It's really funny. It also has a lot of heart. So
and it's actually progressing. You know what I mean? Like in this episode, the guy basically learns like, hey, I want to actually like know what my dreams are and what I want to do with myself in this, new zombie apocalypse world.
Yeah. It does. Like, it has a lot of heart. Also, I did not expect the naked comedy to be, like
the
that.
like,
And all the thoughts, yay!
I found it so funny when they went to like the bed and they're literally like they're banging. And Kensho's like, huh? I heard a noise. What's going on? And the chick's like sucking him off, and she's like, "Can we go again?" He's like, "Get away, thought."
This is the apocalypse. I gotta be alert. I'm trying to protect you.
It's a big screen TV as she's chasing him.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm fucking dying.
That's a man of pure freaking focus. Like, we came here for a TV, and we accidentally landed into the perfect situation to clear off something else from our bucket list. Let's go. Let's go. Let's keep focused.
It's a beautiful, beautiful show.
One thing that I do find interesting is that the main character, for some reason, doesn't want to kill zombies. It's weird. Like, even the friend, I forget his name, Kensho. He was like, "Oh, I killed somebody, and she was a zombie." Yeah. So it's one of those that I feel like that part's kind of missing. But I think when they add the samurai girl that appears in the opening credits, I'm assuming she's gonna take on the Slayer role. I don't know.
I mean, maybe that. I don't see it as too unrealistic because, well, I think we've gotten kind of. It's been normalized for us, watching zombie media where it's like you almost expect, like we always talk, what weapons would you use, and like what would be the best, strategy for killing zombies. But
just
if
running
it actually happened, it would be kind of weird to just start bashing in, your neighbor's head in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Probably give you a little bit of pause.
So again, this gives it a very different feel. Because the main character goes out without weapons. His skills, he's running. Let's run the hell out of here. Even though he's got a bike. He's got a bike. And even though he did kill, his boss, but
well, that's just relatable.
We all want to quit that way, don't we?
Yeah. But I don't know. It hasn't bothered me that much, maybe because it just doesn't seem to be the focus of the show.
I'm not saying it's a problem. It's just one of those things. I'm like, could you just grab a bat or something? You could have saved her. You could have saved the thought. If you had one stick, you could have saved the thought. But damn it.
Well, no, not really, because they attacked him from behind. It was a surprise bite. You know what I'm saying?
Fine. whatever.
Yeah, come
Point
on,
is,
come on.
the show was great, and it keeps getting better. And finally,
so fucking
I
fun.
started watching Monster. Now, you recommended this show a long time ago. It's on Netflix, and apparently,
If I was gonna remake my top 10 anime, I think it'd be on there.
dude, I'm based race _ TV based Dr. Tenma. Yes, now I haven't finished it.
Oh.
I'm like
I was like, you just said I'm based. And I'm like,
no,
well,
based
aren't you
Dr.
fooling
Tenma. No,
yourself?
that's the comment that's there. I believe it's like 70 episodes. Dario's not based. Yeah, I'm not based. I'm
Hell
sorry.
yeah.
No, I'm closer to cringe, I guess. But
Very cringe.
what's it's like 70 episodes, right?
Just about.
All right, so I'm not even a quarter way in. So for those of you who don't know, really quickly, Monster is the story of a surgeon who a surgeon who saves the life of a serial killer or a killer, and so he feels responsible and wants to stop that killer. Is that fair? Just finished the manga.
So you got
Goated.
cut out for me.
What?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's up?
Okay. I couldn't hear you all throughout your
Really?
explanation.
All right, I'll do it again just in case. I was like, why isn't he saying anything? It's the story of a surgeon who saves the life of a killer without knowing that he's a killer, and so the killer goes on killing, and he feels responsible for it, and he wants to take that guy down. Is that fair?
Yeah, basically, he saves him when he's a child.
Uh-huh.
So,
Yeah.
You know,
So he saves the life of a child. Child ends up being a killer, and so he feels like he has to stop him.
also, his life gets kind of like fucked up because he could have saved somebody else who was important.
Oh no, there's a lot of stuff. Like the show in many ways feels very Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. Like it has a similar vibe. But
I can see that actually.
Yeah, and so I'm watching this and I'm thinking, why hasn't anybody tried making this into a live action adaptation? It's super easy. All you have to do is do the same thing, but with live characters. And so I'm watching this and I'm thinking they can adapt this into a TV show, multiple movies, all this stuff. Why don't they do it?
It'd be a bit difficult because it's long. That's for sure.
But
it doesn't
for a TV
it
show
doesn't go like supernatural stuff or nothing. It's very grounded.
I know. And I'm watching it. I'm like, dude, they're following like a bunch of film rules, like how they're setting up a scene. They're they're moving backgrounds and stuff. So it feels very cinematic. It feels like a live action TV show, except with cartoons and this guy just being upset the whole time, like, which
but here's the
understandable.
question.
But
Who plays Johan?
Johan. Ooh, okay. So the villain.
That's a tough casting, huh?
Like off the top of my head, I want to say I think like Dane DeHaan, but maybe he's too old. I'll show you. Let me see if I can find an image. But did you watch the Spider-Man movies with Andrew Garfield?
Yes, I did.
All right, so the guy who plays the friend, what's his? I forget. Harry Osborn. Yeah. So Harry.
Eddie Brock or Harry?
No, Harry Osborn.
The one who's the Green Goblin.
Yeah. So there you go. It's this guy.
Oh. Well, in terms of look, sure.
Right?
But I don't know.
I think maybe he might be a little bit too old, but I think he's got the look at least. And the dude's a really good actor. He's really creepy. So I don't know. Rice TV says Ryan Gosling. Definitely too old. But yeah,
him and Drive would basically be right on the money.
True. Yeah, that could fit. But it's one of those things where like I said, I'm watching it and I'm enjoying every minute of it because it's slow. It's a very slow burn, but every single thing that's happening is super interesting. Like even watching the surgery is fun, and you can tell how very slowly it's getting darker and darker and more fucked up and more fucked up and more fucked up and more fucked up. And so the whole point of this freaking show is basically, well, at least the arc that I've seen is how do you make a man whose purpose in life is to skill is designed to save lives decide, all right, I'm gonna go kill somebody. So I need to kill this one person, this one man. And
well, it's
so
about that it's a question of morality, you know, where it's like, oh, if I would have, you know, not done the, it's kind of, you
it's
know,
the
killing
Batman
the
question. Like,
no, it's the killing the baby Hitler question, you know,
mm,
where it's like, should he have not like done that? Well, I don't know. It seemed like the right decision at the time,
well,
but
it's one of those things where you're, well, for example, it's the Batman question, and by that I mean, I don't know if you remember Under the Red Hood, where the Red Hood's like, I'm not telling you to kill everybody, just him. How many people has he killed? Kill him. Talking about the Joker, and so
yeah. But with this, it's like it's not even like he's already a serial killer and he's saving his life. It's like he's just saving a kid.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
that again, that's the fucked up part. Because
ends up ruining his career. Funny enough,
I know that, which ends up making his career. Funny enough, so
Yeah.
it's just a roller coaster of things,
and you
and
start getting into his psychology the more it goes on, and you know, it's just it's. Plus, there's some very interesting places that I didn't even expect the series to go into.
really,
And I'm not gonna spoil. I'm not gonna spoil it to you, but
Mhm.
it gets like the story expands more than you would expect, and I'm not gonna say the ending, obviously,
you better
but
not. I kill you.
it is.
You want
It
some
is-
candy?
I'll say this. I'll say this. It is beautiful in its simplicity.
Okay.
And
That's
it's one of
good.
those things I put it akin to like the Red Wedding, where it's something that I didn't know that I wanted and I never expected it. But it was better than everything I thought it was gonna be.
Okay. Fair enough.
So you know how good writers will do that, where it's like you think the story is going one way and you kind of want it to go that way,
Mm-hmm.
but then you know they'll sweep the rug from under you and they'll do something completely different. And if they're good writers, it'll actually be better than what you were expecting.
Okay. All
It's
right.
it's that kind of thing where it's like, oh my god, duh. In retrospect, I should have seen this coming, but you don't because you're dumb and he's really smart.
See, now I'm excited. See, I'm excited to keep watching this show. Unlike Masamune-kun's
yeah.
Revenge. Who else loves Super Dario World? I don't know. Ollie 88.
I think it's okay.
It's all right. You know, the host, you know, kind of an idiot, but whatever.
Yeah, this nerd over here.
One thing that bugs me about this show, and I mean really bugs me about this show, is that there's a point where the main character, he's on the run in Germany, and he's Japanese. It's good. Really? You can't find the Japanese man in Germany.
It was like
Seriously?
the 30s. Come on.
Seriously, you can't find the Japanese man in Germany. So just whoever
what
is
was it?
like the shortest person there, just who has black hair, he's probably gonna be that guy. It's Germany. I feel like watching Tenet, where you have the black spy in Ukraine.
In Russia.
Yeah, it's like, what? They're gonna stand out. Are you kidding me? So that part bugs me. However, if they made an adaptation of this in America, it would make perfect sense. Because
Sure.
Asian doctors, come on. So
Fair enough.
I don't know. It's so the one thing that really that's the one thing I'm like, you kind of fucked up there. So
Yeah, communications were a little bit slower back then.
I mean, no,
you know?
there's a scene that I was laughing because there's a scene. There's been a murder, right? And so
it's
the
post Berlin Wall. Oh, that is kind of
yeah. It's like the 90s. Yeah. Dude, it takes place. You didn't know?
I did. I just forget.
Okay. Anyway, so a murder just happened, and the guy was seen in the vicinity, and so he's going to the police station, and reporters are interviewing, the police chief, and he's like, "We have no more information, blah blah." And reporters ask, "What about the Japanese man that was reportedly seen there?" And he's standing right there. Then he tries to get in between the crowd, and nobody's like, "Oh look, a Japanese man." Is it you? No reporters? Seriously?
They didn't want to assume because that would be racist. I don't get it.
They're
This guy was a
Germans.
forward
They're
thinker.
Germans. They
He
don't
was a forward
care.
thinker. This is after the Berlin Wall, bruh.
All right,
They're
true.
forward thinking.
Okay, gotcha.
Come on.
Gotcha.
Come on.
Point
Get
is,
with the times. even though it
that would be
was
like my
written, like, 30 years
one
ago.
knock on the show. But overall, like it's phenomenal. In fact, I think that this is a show that you could show somebody who doesn't like anime and would love it. I mean, if they're into like creepy stuff, like again, if you like the girl with the dragon tattoo, it has a similar vibe. It has a similar aesthetic. It has a similar style. And
it's dark, but it's not creepy. I don't think so. Like,
no, I mean it is. It's disturbing because I mean it's called Monster because you know
psychological thriller.
It's called Monster for a reason, and they are building up a monster, and you are like, oh, okay, this guy really is a monster, and so
if you like stuff like Gone Baby, is that what it's called?
Gone Baby Gone.
No, the
Gone
like
Girl?
Ben Affleck one.
Gone Girl.
Yeah, stuff like that. You know, Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. That sort of style thing. I think it fits right in there.
Yeah. So I think honestly, this is a great starter anime for normies because
Sure.
it just feels like you're watching a normal TV show. It just happens to be animated.
And it happens to be really long too.
Yeah, that's the one problem. Like I thought it was going to be like, I'll watch 12 episodes of this thing and then I'll talk about it with Eric. And it turns out it's like 70. Because I randomly decided to check out IMDb to see how many episodes I still had to go through. Turns out it's a lot, which it's not a bad thing. I'm excited because so far every single episode has been money, and I've been enjoying it. Are a few things more than others. Like I don't really understand what the purpose was of the whole, you know, learning to shoot a gun, jumping rope. But all right, listen, I'm there for the ride. It's different. And again, it's interesting to see because like, all right, how are you gonna train this guy to shoot with a jump rope? Okay, I'll see it. I'm there.
He found a way.
I'm there for the ride. So
Yeah.
it's fun. The point is, it's fun. Highly recommend it. It should get a live action adaptation. It could be great. If you had to cast it, who would you cast? I mean, there's basically the twins. You need to cast the twins and the doctor.
Yeah, Tenma. Well, and the ex-fiance.
It's gonna be listen. It's
she's
gonna be
a
Diane.
character.
It's gonna be Diane Kruger, and that's it.
I don't know who that is.
Did you see Troy?
Yes.
Helen of Troy.
Isn't she a bit too old now?
I mean, how dare you? All right,
Am I
fine.
being ageist?
Yes, you are. Clearly. I mean,
I'm
there's.
looking at Japanese actors here.
Let me see. Diane Kruger. Like that offended me. That Diane Kruger age.
Oh, it should be this guy.
Oh, what's his name? 47.
guy-
She's 47. Oh yeah, she's too old. Yeah, it has to be mid-30s, right?
I guess so. I mean,
How am I gonna put
no,
mid-30s?
I don't think the story suffers that much if you age them up.
No, not really.
Yeah, I think it could be the guy who was the John Wick guy.
The blind guy?
No, the one who fights the blind guy. The one who's friends with John Wick.
Oh, okay. You mean the guy from The Last Samurai?
I think so.
It should be Tom Cruise.
Fuck it, yeah.
Yeah. No.
Actually, and especially how the story goes, Tom Cruise would be a good Johan.
Really?
I'll just leave it with that.
Okay, so you mean let me see. This guy?
Yeah.
Okay, now he is too old.
Yeah, but you know they can age him down. Yeah, I don't think the story suffers too. Because I'm trying to think it through. I don't think the story suffers too much from him being older. Because there is a big time skip. You know, from where he saves the kid and then the kid grows up.
Uh-huh.
Like you can just make Johan older. I don't think it suffers too much, honestly.
I guess. I'm looking here at options. Todavanu Asano. What the hell is this guy? Who the hell is he? I don't know.
Let me look up creepy blonde actors.
I'm telling you.
Mads Mikkelsen.
Mads Mikkelsen? Okay. All right, so if you would really have to age everything. Mads Mikkelsen's in his 50s, right?
Come on, Owen Wilson. Don't do that to my man.
How old is Mads Mikkelsen? He was born in 65, dude.
Well, he would have been good at if they made it at the time of Monster.
Sure. Creepy looking actors.
Oh, the guy who played Draco Malfoy?
Okay, I can see that. Yeah.
He's already a creepy motherfucker.
All right. And okay. And the twin would be Hermione. There you go.
Oh, I thought it would be Luna.
Oh, actually, Luna makes way more sense. Let's go with that. I like it. All right, we're done. Save. That's it. We'll wait for our checks. Listen. You want to make money? Listen to us. You idiots. It'd be super easy. Again, all you have to do is switch it to America, and it would make way more sense. And follow.
They would totally shit on them for whitewashing for some reason.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe just moving it from Germany to over here, be like, oh, you're like changing too much, man.
I mean, you're adapting it so it's in English. I mean, it is weird that they're speaking Japanese in Germany.
Do they actually bring that up?
No,
I think they're supposed to be speaking German.
Yeah, they're definitely speaking German.
Yeah, the doctor just knows German. He's a smart guy.
Mm-hmm. I mean, dude,
He's a doctor.
of course. So, point is, I really enjoy the show. I'm going to continue watching it. I'm hoping that I reach the point where you say that I'm like, oh my god, I didn't see it coming, and I don't see it coming, because it's like I said, it's probably the best finished show that I've seen in a very long time.
Well, it's gonna be one of those things that the entire time that the show's going on, you're gonna be wondering, like,
Where's it going?
how's this gonna conclude? Because we kind of suspect how it should conclude. The guy has a quest, you know?
Yeah, it's
And
pretty
that
clear.
quest has to conclude somehow,
Uh-huh.
and you kind of expect it to conclude a certain way, and maybe it does. But I would just say it's a very satisfying conclusion.
All right, fair enough. Listen, I'm excited. I'm even more excited now that I know that it's 70 episodes, because I thought, all right, this is a story you can tell in 12 episodes, easy, right? So what the hell kind of crap is this guy gonna go through? So I like it. As you said, it's the journey, and the journey's, I'm pretty sure, gonna suck. So
It's gonna be rough.
yeah, and clearly the bad guy's got a lot of connections, and he's truly evil. So it's fun. It's fun. That's the point. And normies need to watch this, because it's Mr. Grammar, my goat. I don't know what that means. Maybe it means something to you.
What was that? Mr. Grimmer, my goat.
Yeah.
Shoot, I don't know.
And I like all the secondary all the side characters they're showing. Like the reporter. I love that guy. The guy who's just smoking. Like, yeah, this dude's great. No, don't do it to them. No. So it makes you care. So it's bro didn't watch it. Saying you didn't watch it. Saying you're a poser.
Oh, I just looked. Oh yeah, I know that guy.
Okay, there you go. So I think it's a good place to stop. Well, is there anything you want to mention again today? Or what are you gonna watch? What's on your radar?
I literally just got done watching Zom 100, so I'm kind of like in a high right now. I'm kind of like Gojo at the end of that episode, where I'm just like in a high.
Uh-huh.
I was like, yeah. So imagine Gojo actually being high.
I don't want to. That'd be terrifying. But
I don't know. I feel like I just want to watch something kind of random. I don't know. I'll look up something random on Crunchyroll and
Rice
knock out a few
Rice
episodes.
TV's asking Psalm 100 good. It's great.
100, amazing.
It might be the anime of the year so far. And in my humble opinion, it's the best one I've seen, the ones that are currently airing or the ones that have aired this year. It's the best one. And it's not even close.
It's so heckin' good.
Pog, it's on my... Watch it, dude. Watch it. You need to. It's great. It's phenomenal. And
Watch it right now.
And
We'll
we're
wait for you.
gonna be talking every single week about each episode, so it's better if you do. It's always better if you do. Yeah, that way you'll understand all the jokes.
I'm looking forward to the most each week.
Dude, I'm looking forward to Sundays again. Like I feel like Game of Thrones, when I'm looking forward to Sundays just so I can shit on it, or House of the Dragon just so I can shit on it. But now it's like it's actually good. I'm enjoying it. I'm gonna sit there. You know what? I love Akira as much as I love our boy Viserys. Like as much. It's like I just want to see him on screen again, man. I
just want to see him succeed.
Yeah, I want good things to happen to him. So we highly recommend. We recommend those. Psalm 100 of the ones that are coming out, and I'm personally recommending Monster. Eric says that overall it's great. What I've seen so far, it's really good. And again, if you got somebody who's a normie who doesn't really not like anime, they will probably enjoy this show. If they're into like dark, mystery, suspense shows, they'll probably love this one. It's great. It's really well written. It's beautifully shot. I mean, it's shot not as an anime. I mean, or it's drawn not as an anime. It's meant to feel like you're actually watching something that's live action, which is what really annoys me about, or really baffles me about this not being adapted into a live action. Because, sometimes In anime, you see things that you're like, dude, there's no way they can replicate this scene or this shot in real life. Here, every single one feels like it's real. Or at least the parts that I've seen so far, every single thing feels really real, and just, you know, it's been animated. So I think it's a good introduction to anime show. It's dark, but if you know somebody who likes dark stuff, they'll probably enjoy it.
Yeah, and I kind of wish they even like just remade the anime itself with modern animation, because I would like to see what they would be able to do with the visuals.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think the show looks good, but it's a mid 2000s anime.
That has its charm, though.
I know, but I think especially like 2000s to 2010, that sort of art style feels pretty aged and not in a really good way. Like the 90s anime, they still look good because they have a certain charm to their look. But in the early 2000s, they were sort of starting to use more digital, but they didn't really know how to do it. So shows didn't look as great. And like nowadays, fucking every show looks like movie quality. Like those fights in Jujutsu Kaisen look insane. And I would just like to see what they could do with Master.
I don't know, because to me, again, this show doesn't feel like it needs it, right? It doesn't have like any crazy fights and stuff. And again,
good visual still enhances stuff like
look, it looks kind of like what's the word I'm looking for? Not dark, and it's not necessarily crappy, but
noir?
Not noir either. It looks
like
bleak.
A period piece.
No, it looks sad in a way.
Okay.
And so that's the visual that they're going for something that's a little bleak. And I think it fits that style of animation. Like if it were more modern, it would look sharper and a little bit more colorful maybe. So
I guess, but I don't think a show needs to have action to have, really gorgeous visuals. Just look at Violet Evergarden.
Fair enough, I guess. But I guess it's not. I mean, I guess the point of this show is it's not meant to be beautiful.
I guess so.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyway, I think that's
definitely live adaptation though.
Definitely. So that's a good place to stop.
Not One Piece. Stop that.
No, stop it. Well, we will watch it and we will break it down for sure. Yeah. As always, like this video, share this video, subscribe to this channel. It really helps me out. Comments, questions, or suggestions, you can find me at Super Darryworld and at DarioSDW. Tomorrow, I will be doing Underrated Gems, which is my movie club. We will be analyzing, breaking down the movie RoboCop, the original, not the remake. That's not rated R, which is stupid. And what else? Eric, NFL starting soon. When are we going to start doing the NFL podcast? When are you done with school, you idiot?
The end of this month.
The end of this month? All right, so we need to do like a NFL podcast because there's a lot of stuff that happened.
All the off-season stuff, and there's a lot.
Yeah, we might even do a draft. Their listeners were suggesting that we should do a SDW fantasy league. I was like, dude, if I have enough people that want to sign up for it, I'll think about it. I'll probably do it. But I don't think there's a lot of people who want to sign up for it. I already have too many freaking fantasy leagues. I don't need it. I don't need another one.
That is a problem.
Yeah, but there you go.
You also have to finish Dark Souls.
I'm stuck. I'm in Blighttown, and I don't know where to go. I don't know where to go. I'm just stuck. I've been running around that place, just killing the same things over and over, trying to figure out where the fuck I should go. I hate that game. I hate it. It's misery.
What route did you take to Blighttown?
I had to go through some dragons.
The Valley of the Drakes?
Yeah.
Okay, so you took the Master Key.
What's the Master Key?
You didn't get the Master Key?
How do you get the Master Key?
It was one of the when you started the game, when you had the gifts that they could give you.
Uh-huh.
You could get like bombs or.
Like yeah. So like the thief thing.
I think so. I think. It was
Yeah. Okay, I have the Master Key. Yes.
Okay, so that's how you got there. You kind of sequence broke.
What?
So you got there earlier, or in a way that was different from the normal route.
All right. Well, I don't know where else to go. Listen, I'm gonna stop this music thing just so we can talk about it because I'm not
about Dark Souls.
I'm not allowed to freaking to look stuff up online, and so I'm pissed. I'm pissed because I'm stuck and I don't know what to do.
I'm gonna say I'll allow you to ask me for information.
Okay, fair enough. Let me just put an image here so people know what the fuck we're talking about.
That image right now is what Dario wants to do to me.
Yeah, I hate it. I hate it. I haven't had fun for a single minute. I haven't enjoyed a single minute of it. David Martinez says, do the league. So, all right.
Well,
What other routes are there? I've gone everywhere. The only other route I've seen is the one where, you know, you're underground and there's a smith who's in prison, who doesn't want to leave prison.
that's in the.
And then if you continue that route,
ruins, yeah.
if you continue that route, there's a bunch of ghosts who you can't kill. So it's like, what am I supposed to do? I hate that fucking game. I hate it. I hate it so much.
Yeah, that's a bit rough. But basically, you already beat the gargoyles, right?
Yeah. By
Okay,
the way,
so Blighttown
fuck
is the
you.
correct-
Fuck you to whoever created those fucking gargoyles. One's attacking you close, one's doing a ranged thing. Fuck you. Fuck you. But I beat him, so fuck you. Anyway.
Hell yeah. Well, but you are in the correct area in Blighttown. There's a boss you have to kill there.
So I'm supposed to be in Blighttown.
Yes, you are in the correct place.
I just listen. I went up. I went as deep as I could. I got the freaking samurai sword. I went up the path, and I found a door that says you need to open this from the other side. So
Okay. So that's the regular route to get into Blighttown.
okay, so I started from the end,
Yeah, you need to get to the bottom, the very, very bottom.
where it's all poison.
Yes.
I've been there. I walked all around it.
Did you not see the giant, like webbed area?
Clearly not. And by the way, well, damn it, stupid thing.
You went dark, buddy.
Well, yeah, but my camera overheated. Let me just switch. Well, let me
The
just.
Dark Soul took you over.
Oh my god, it's terrible. Like, all right, see now I'm torn, cause if I switch to the other camera, you won't be here anymore. So you know what? Fuck it. Let's just end
Just
it.
put a silly picture of you there.
What?
Put a
No,
silly
no,
picture. of you
I'm
there.
just
Or
gonna end
put a
it.
picture of John Dark Soul.
There you go. No, I'm just gonna end it. So
All right. Fine.
yeah, fine. As
John
what
Dark Soul,
what
the
else am I
protagonist of
supposed to
Dark
do? The camera overheated. I can't do anything. I can't fix it. So
Yeah, that's a good angle though. You should use that one more.
yeah, well, I usually do it closer, but I didn't. I do. This is the backup one, and whenever sometimes when I'm doing reviews and stuff, that I have to use this other screen, so I turn like this, and you know, there you go.
That's not bad.
I like it. I like it. But yeah, Batman. I don't know what the hell's going on, but Batman. That's what they're saying. As
agree,
always,
Batman.
thank you for joining us, and we'll see you again next time.
Bye.